All right, and welcome on this other side. This is our interview segment on Prime Edition. Tonight we feature the Secretary General of the ANC party, Simon Gakuru Kamau. We want to talk about how they're putting their house in order for the 2022 general election, and of course being part of the One Kenya Alliance. How have they put their case on the table? What is it that we should be expecting when it comes to the ANC party? Thank you so much, sir, for creating time for us tonight.
Thank you very much for having me, Safin. It's a pleasure, and good evening, viewers.
All right. I know it's a very busy season for you, especially as a political party, trying to position yourself strategically for the 2022 general election. First of all, let's begin by you telling us, you know, how you've settled into the One Kenya Alliance and what is your stake as the ANC party, because the One Kenya Alliance is yet to give the way forward on who is going to be the presidential flag bearer, and also trying to convince the populace in terms of what is the agenda for the nation. It has not been very clear what the One Kenya Alliance is seeking. So kindly just tell us, you know, what is it that why should we concentrate and focus on One Kenya Alliance?
Very, very interesting question. And I was very sad to discuss the youth involvement in governance, national governance, because that is a topic that we had earlier been told would be on the table. But either way, it's also very interesting that we also discuss the issues that are currently in the political market. And I would start by saying from the onset that first, I don't speak for the One Kenya Alliance. I speak for the Amani National Congress.
Yes.
The Amani National Congress is a part of the One Kenya Alliance, and our principals have been working very hard to see to it that we have some sort of a coalition. It's a very nascent, sort of fluid coalition of parties: the ANC, KANU, Ford Kenya, and Wiper. And what I would say is One Kenya Alliance is still very, very young. It's still a toddler in you know, if you allow me to use that term. Mm-hmm. And so my party leader, His Excellency Musalia Mudavadi, is obviously and arguably, if you allow me to use that term, the most formidable candidate, presidential candidate in that coalition, going by whatever considerations one may have in mind. And it's not an easy task or an easy job to bring these ambitious politicians together and get them to agree. But as a party, we have taken a position that His Excellency Musalia Mudavadi will be on the ballot. Mm-hmm. And we are persuading our partners in Oka. We are talking to them. We are lobbying. We are trying to reason with them why Musalia Mudavadi is best suited not only to be the flag bearer for Oka, but also to be president of this country after Uhuru Kenyatta.
What are the chances of him backing another presidential candidate? Because this is not his first attempt to the presidency. What are the chances that this time around is going to go all the way?
Our party and our party structures have already endorsed him as our presidential flag bearer. And I can already see through what, you know, has been in the media, and also see through your question, the answer you want. I can tell you here on national TV, without fear of contradiction, without blinking my eye, Musalia Mudavadi will be on the ballot come 2022, whether through Oka or not. As I told you, we are yet to see whether Oka will actually survive this political season. And our party structures, and the highest party structure, the Amani Council, has already endorsed him as our flag bearer. Mm-hmm. So he already has the ticket, the ANC ticket, that was given through the party structures, through the party constitution, and following all the procedures, and of course in total compliance with the Political Parties Act under the ORPP. Mm-hmm. So the point here that I would want to emphasize in my capacity as Secretary General of the party is that whether with Oka or not, Musalia Mudavadi will be on the ballot, because it is not his individual decision to make. It is a decision of the party. It is a decision of the party structures. It is a decision of the 3 million registered members of our party. And I have seen headlines, I have seen newspapers talking about pressure being mounted on him to support candidate that or candidate that. And what we are telling whoever thinks that they can pressurize him is that you have to put this pressure on the 3 million of us, the members of the party, not him, because it is not his decision to make. He has to consult each and every of the 3 million registered members at ORPP. Okay? If he thinks that he would change that decision that has already been made by the party. Right. So going forward, we are not expecting to support anybody for the presidency. We welcome anybody to come on board, either through OKA or just joining ANC, because we want everybody's vote. All
right, so come the 9th of August, Musalia Mudavadi will be on that ballot as a presidential candidate.
Absolutely, yes.
All right. Just to clarify, beyond the party and the party structures, what game plan have you put in place as a party to gain that national appeal? There's been a lot of concern and critics with regards to his ability to mobilize the masses. We've seen political rallies of other contenders, but there's still a long way to go when it comes to, how he has marshaled the national, force in his presidential bid. What is happening with that regard?
You see, Safin, we see people in rallies, huge crowds. But what you must know is that those rallies don't necessarily translate into votes. And we want to engage Kenyans using logic, not just creating a euphoria whereby you won't take advantage of people's emotions, you won't take advantage of people's economic situations, so that you can, in one way or the other, you want to arouse emotions and then you appear as if you're the savior, so that in the heat of passion, they end up supporting you and not logically knowing what you're offering on the table if you became president of this country. Our policy and our agenda is to engage people using logic, is to engage people through consultations. We want to talk to Kenyans. We want Kenyans to understand what Musalia Mudavadi and our party has to offer for them if they give us a chance to form the next government. So our approach is a bit different. And that's why you see people are asking, we are not seeing you in huge rallies. Yeah. We are not seeing you with mobs and crowds and people cheering.
And in his backyard in the Western region, still there's a bit of struggle on who is the kingpin.
I don't think that is.
How is this going to affect his national politics?
I don't think that is a situation. I have been to, personally, I'm from Mount Kenya region, I'm from Murang'a County, but I have been to Western on many, many occasions, and I can tell you that Musalia Mudavadi is the political kingpin of that region. And again, where do we want to reduce our candidate to just a regional sort of, community leader?
Charity begins at home, that's what they say.
Charity begins at home, and I can tell you, back at home, Musalia Mudavadi calls the political shots, and you will see it. I can assure you that. They will vote to him man to man, woman to woman, 99.9%. I can almost guarantee you that.
I wish you could meet here on, say, 11th or,
The only issue here is, and what our people require is that our candidate must be on the ballot. Right. Okay? But again, as I told you, Musalia Mudavadi is a national figure. He's an international figure. And he's working with Kenyans of, across the board from all parts of Kenya, because we want to bring in a government of the people, by the people, and for the people.
Let me take you there. So for him to be on that ballot paper and for him to win and be given that mandate to serve this country as the 5th president, he has to offer the country something. So what is it that is on the table for Kenyans to explore when it comes to what Musalia Mudavadi as a presidential hopeful is offering the country? This is what I'll do for you. What is that?
Maybe we could first start by a very brief, description or sort of a bio of who is Musalia Mudavadi. Viewers may be interested to know that Musalia Mudavadi has served this country for the largest part of his life, because he started his public career service at the age of 27 as a member of parliament for Sabatia. He later served as Minister for Marketing and Cooperatives. He has served as Minister for Local Government. But even more important, he is one of the youngest, he was one of the youngest ministers of finance, because at the age of 33, he was Minister of Finance. And if you look at the achievement that he made when he was Minister of Finance, you'll be left with no doubt that he has been nurtured properly. He has been properly prepared. He has been oriented to serve in the high office of president. You may also be very interested to know that he has also served as Deputy Prime Minister in this republic. He has served as the second highest office of Vice President. As we speak now, he's a party leader. He has also been in opposition.
So what is he offering us?
I'm coming there.
Yes.
So he's the kind of a leader that has everything it takes, understands statecraft, understands how government is run, and his rallying call is, we need a working economy. We need to see an economy that serves everybody, an inclusive growth in the economy, whereby it's not just for a few people probably that have had the advantage of time and access to capital, but an economy that is going to reward young people's innovation, young people's ideas, young people's creativeness, you know, an economy that is going to make sure that we have properly working value chain for agriculture when it comes to manufacturing and all that. He is the kind of a leader saying we need to reduce the public debt because this country has overborrowed. And even most of this money that has been borrowed has actually ended up in corruption. Are you getting me?
Right.
So he is saying we need to renegotiate the debt. And restructure the debt. Make sure we clear off this debt and put this country back on its track, on its feet.
Thank you so much, Simon Gakuru Kamau, the Secretary of ANC Party. We should be picking up this conversation very soon so that we can also talk about what the ANC Party has in store when it comes to the youth agenda in this particular country. But that is all we could cover in the little time that we had tonight on the road to 2022. How is the ANC Party putting their house together for that particular journey? Right now, we are going to be crossing over into the world of business in just a bit. Karol Njenga is coming up with that. Do stay with us.